In this session, I'm going to be speaking in French, and I'm going to ask a translator to translate for those who cannot understand French. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rodrigue. So I'd like to start by excusing myself because we have been late to start this session of today. So we have 4 different sessions taking place in different places, and I was trying to control how other sessions are going. That's why we have delayed to start. So, and everyone is going to attend a session of his interest. So we are going to work on the participatory theater, and others are going to work on the So we are going. These sessions are going to take place here at PUR, and of course, people who are in YENA from online. So what we are going to do is to do participatory theater, and it is not the first time for us to talk about this. And I think it's not the first time I talk about this, and it's not a bad thing actually. So we are going to start preparing a theater performance that will be performed here during the youth camp that will take place here in Huye. And I tried to translate. As you can see, on the left, we have the outline in English, and on the right side we have it in French. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the participatory theater and the other normal theater. Let us start by the difference between the traditional theater and the participatory theater. The traditional theater is a theater with unique sense. In contrast of participatory theater, which is where the actors and the audience interact. So this is the difference between the two theaters. The traditional theater works with the scripts well. So the actors in this type of theater have to memorize all the lyrics written by the writer. So they have to repeat what the director wrote, which is different from the participatory theater. So the actors So the actors in this case can even use their context, and they can use their emotions. They don't have to memorize each and every line written. So there are different types of participatory theaters, and the Fulham theater is popular, which is the one we are going to focus on. So we keep differentiating these two types of the theater. And this participatory one is crucial for approach. So it is crucial for our artistic approach. So when the actors are acting, so they have to convince the audience. So they have to act in a way that touches the emotions of the audience. I want to talk about the history of these two theaters. So they were developed by Augusto Boal. He was a film writer who used to write these traditional theaters. And they came to find out that these traditional theaters cannot bring change as expected. So they came to see that for a change to happen, there was a need of creating another type of theater which is not for elites, but a theater like everyone can understand and feel included. And to do this, he chose to work with the ordinary people. So those who are in the middle class, or if we can say a class of poor people. Then Augusto Boal was inspired by Flair, and what touched him a lot was the principles of so he had some principles which were like to make the situation lived by the people visible. So he was talking about different situations that people are living in, like situations of poverty and so on and so forth. In short, what poor people were living in. And the second principle was like to analyze the root causes of the situation, including both internal and external sources of it. And this type of theater was like trying to discover the causes of some conflicts. I mean deep causes of conflicts that people were like facing. Third was to explore the individual as well as group solutions to these problems. Then the participatory theater is based on this also principle. So it's based on individual resolution or solution, like what people say, like the neighborhood, what the neighborhood say. Fourth and the last is to act for social change. So participatory theater, it was a certainty for change in peace building. So you understand that it is different from the traditional theater, which is for like if people are in the like those theaters of Romeo and Juliet, so it's just people to enjoy. But while this one is just aiming to bring change. So in short, this was started by the priest Flel, and which was this Augusto got his inspiration and developed this theater, participatory theater. Now we are going to see the characteristics of this type of theater. First of all, there is a monologue. A monologue means an actor is speaking alone to the audience. Then the monologue must therefore be emotional. So the actor talks to the public, he speaks to the public, and then it has to be emotional. So we are going to see how to do this monologue. So what you have to know is that the participatory theater has to have the monologues. So we have what we call a dialogue, where two actors are talking to each other. So we have two actors here speaking. So this is what we call dialogue. Third, the movements. So it is a kind of visual theater. So whatever we do, we try to capture the attention of the audience. So with the words we say, either from the monologue or the dialogues, but also the movement of the actors counts. Something like acrobatic movements. So the public can interpret it however they want. The images. The theater film is also consisted of the images. For instance, instead of leaving the stage, one or more actors can become and still image at the one side of the stage. The play can end with the final still image involving many or even all actors. So we are going to So here we are talking more about the images of the actors. then the actors can also be in a fixed position, and this alone can communicate. Like he's going to act like he's quiet, and like it means a lot in our culture. Like someone when someone is quiet, maybe you can think that maybe there is something going wrong. In contrast with the traditional theater, where the audience, the actors, where the actors can go out and come back again. So in this type of theater, we ask the actors to remain on the scene. So now let's talk about symbolic expressions. These also are the elements of Forum theater. So we can say, for instance, the t-shirts of the actors, where you can write on those t-shirts something. We can also bring the projectors, the videos, or also all this to improve or the poems and the proverbs. This also can help. You can form a poem. The music also is very important. It can also bring emotions. You can compose the songs. We can also write the songs, like the national anthems. So everything can be used. So the most important thing is to create an atmosphere of making change or bring emotions, and we have to, while writing this, you have to take much into consideration of the reason why you are writing, like every script. So you can use different tools or things that you can find everywhere, like the trees. The theater requires only a minimum of stage equipment and the costume mask and extravagant costume just like attract unnecessary attention. So you can see those types of costumes of the 6th century, for instance. So all those things captures the attention of the audience. We normally put on the t-shirts. So what counts a lot is the expression of what people are wearing. That is what is crucial. The movements, how we are dressed, that is what counts a lot, and how we act. So how then do we develop a film theater step by step? First of all, you need to choose the topic. So you have to know what you are going to play about. So you have also to put in mind that you need to make clear or to show what people are living in as a situation. So you don't just choose a topic randomly. You have to think of like a kind of topic that brings change in the society, of course. So secondly, you have to do research on the topic to identify the root causes. So the last time we are going to meet. So like now we are going to start thinking of or making research on the topic that will be used during the camp. So first of all, we need to convince the audience, and we need to choose the right and the very important topic. And while doing all this, you need to bring the statistics. While analyzing the root causes, you need to show people in numbers who are affected by these conflicts and third, you have to identify the characters. Fourth, you need to create the dialogues. So the music is very important while doing this. For instance, you can write a song that shows happiness. So these types of songs used in the theaters have to be chosen very well. Now you need to develop dances and physical theater scene and images. To put the scene together and decide on entrance and exits for each scene. As I told you, I've already told you that in Fulham Theatre, the actors have to stay on the scene. They don't have to move out and come in. Sometimes we ask the actors to take seats or to remain in the audience as if they are audience themselves. And sometimes the audience can be surprised if they heard that people who are with them in the audience are also actors, and sometimes they can be surprised and to collect the ideas for stage scenery and effects is very important too. What can we use? Can we use things like can we use the projector? So you need to collect all those ideas. And lastly, there is to choose a name of the play and a name for the theater group. So like here at the Protestant University of Rwanda, we already have a name of a theater club. And the name of this club is just to inspire the harmony. That's the meaning of it in short. But we can still change the name of that club. Then I would like to tell you that this is the end of my presentation. Then I want to share, but I also have another thing to share. It seems like we have sound problems. Can you guys hear me? Thank you for being there. I can see that you the only participant. So I want to share another document that was elaborated by one of the professors who was a visiting professor. So he included a lot of images. So I would wish to have enough time to look at all these images. Can you see all these images? Can you now see how a Fulham theater looks like? As you can see the soldiers. It is an instrument you can use for all kinds of theaters.
Oui, oui, je vois les images.
Like almost all of us like theaters. And here you can see another picture that shows another audience. You can see the fixed images, people who are not moving, and they are three actually. They are not saying anything, but the way they are behaving communicates itself. If you see someone like behaving like this, doesn't it deliver any message? Also, you can see there's a sign of dead body. You can see the guitar. You can see the candles. All of this communicates, delivers a message. You remember the game of emotional authenticity? This is a very clear element of Fulham theater. It is authenticity. If you look at this, who cannot see that in the whole world that this mom is showing like the sadness, is expressing the sadness. This is how pictures or the movements or the behaviors of the actors communicates itself. It is very important or very crucial. You can also take a look at this picture of a young lady. We have also talked about symbolic expression. So she was touching and putting blood on her t-shirt, which means that she was expressing a very sad history of hers. And here to this picture we can see the drawings where we can see on this picture gender-based violences. The theater is taking place in the darkness, and they are surrounded by candles. You can see to this one we see the projector. If you project the images, all of this behind them, it shows something. The movements of the actors. So here we are talking about dances, dance moves. So the audience in this type of situation can interpret it in like any manner they want. So this picture shows also dance moves. You can see two people in white and two in black. So this type of scene was played in a very open place outside. I mean, they only blowed the mattress, and it is very like easy. So you don't need a very expensive room to perform these types of film theaters. That's why it was very crucial. So we've talked about the drawings. So we've talked about also the emotions, which you can see here at this picture where he was talking about like his history event. Then the strength of Folam theater is the interaction between the actors and the audience. Like here, the actor was asking the questions to the audience, and she was asking questions like, how have you seen this performance? What do you think should have been done in this type of situation? As you can see to this one also, there is an interaction. I know myself this person, and as you can see, the actor gave the microphone to the audience, asking him like, how is the situation? So here also on this picture, it's the same thing. And here you invite someone from the audience to come and act with on the scene. The interactions continues, and do you see how much this is good? And can you see how this is a very strong instrument? So what I can say is that we use it often in peace building. So here we see the session for only ladies, and as you can see, these ladies in white are the actors. Can you see this mother who is speaking? Here I have told you a fixed image at the end of the theater. So the actors may choose to end with a kind of fixed image. You can see someone who was trying to clean the tears of his friends. So you remember when we talk about individual solutions and collective ones also. So I want to stop by here. So I just wanted to give you the idea through these pictures. So now you can have some ideas on it. So now I'd like to invite the discussions. If you have questions, I only see Fidel. So and he can ask questions. You can ask